Well, there were some big football matchups across the state last weekend. Our sports teams break down the games and tell you what teams may need to improve upon. And what would football be without some barbecue? Well, not much in my opinion. But before you fire up the grill or start the smoker, you may want to check out these helpful hints. Plus, they're creepy, they can be dangerous, how you can keep spiders from crawling into your home. And finally, how you can help hundreds of Oklahomans and dozens of charities with just one donation. All this and more coming up on News OK TV.
This is News OK TV.
This is News OK TV. Welcome to News OK TV, where NewsOK.com comes to your living room television. I'm Dave Morris. Angie Bruss is taking some time off. News OK TV has moved to a new day and time, so break out the party hats. We're now debuting each week on Tuesday evenings on the Cox Channel and then on demand, and with replays throughout the week. So let's get into this week's show. We're 2 weeks into September, and that means only one thing, people: football. Our crews are all over the state covering the biggest high school and college games, and this week the big matchup was in Norman, a rematch of the 2001 National Championship. The Sooners met the Florida State Seminoles on Saturday, September 11th at Memorial Stadium, and the Oklahomans Barry Trammell and Jake Trotter break down the game for us.
A big day in Soonerland. Barry Trammell along with Jake Trotter. We're here at Owen Field, where a few minutes ago the Sooners dismantled Florida State 47-17. Offense was great, defense was great, special teams was great. We'll be back in just a moment to talk about it. This segment is brought to you by Cable Motors and Loft 401.
Football season's here. That's why you need the best coverage anywhere. Pick up the Oklahoman every day or subscribe for complete coverage. And each Sunday, we serve up a special post-game section. No one has better coverage of football in Oklahoma, so there's never been a better time to pick up the Oklahoman.
And we're back. And Jake, and a very impressive performance by a football team that faced a lot of questions since last Saturday's close win over Utah State.
Whenever Oklahoma's appeared vulnerable at home against a ranked opponent, what do? They respond. They beat opponents by 27 points a game in the Stoops era, and they won by 30 tonight. Not a surprising performance when you think about that, but this is a team that's for real.
Well, the Florida State defense, Mark Stoops in his first year as the coordinator, have not been a very good Seminole defense in recent years. You can sort of see the Oklahoma offense really coming together tonight, but the Florida State offense has been no slouch for several years. Christian Ponder, excellent quarterback, a lot of veteran linemen, and yet the Sooner defense played fantastic.
We thought after that opening drive when Florida State went 80 yards and scored a touchdown, we'd be in a shootout. Wasn't that way at all. The next 9 possessions for Florida State, I think, were like 7 punts and 2 turnovers. Completely dominating performance, and you could see the offense and defense really feeding off each other. I think the defense got a lot of confidence when they saw Landry Jones take the team right down the field on 2 straight drives to open the game.
That young secondary, Jamel Fleming with some great play, Tony Jefferson, Jonathan Nelson. Really, it was a widespread defensive performance.
No question about it. And you got to like the way a lot of the first-year starters have played for this defense. Tony Jefferson, again, was outstanding. Tom Ward continues to play well and eliminated a couple of the bonehead mistakes from last week. The young defensive linemen, David King, Jamarcus McFarland, Casey Walker, all those guys played well. You have to be really encouraged by the way the defense played against a Florida State offense that is going to put up a lot of points this season.
Of course, a lot of talk this week, would Landry Jones play well? Well, the answer is pretty darn well. Over 300 yards in the first half, hit 20 of his first 23 passes. Hard to find any flaw with Landry Jones' performance.
No question, and reminded you of the way the offense played in 2008 when they would just steamroll people in the first half. And with the quick-paced offense, the Florida State defense never had any chance to get caught up. And Landry Jones finished 30 of 40. You asked him what completion percentage he'd like to have last week. He said 70. Well, he had 75 tonight.
Well, a lot of help, too. Both tight ends, Hannah, Rattery, both score a touchdown. DeJuan Miller with a couple of big plays. Cameron Kinney with excellent play. Ryan Broyles got a lot of help tonight.
Absolutely. And the guy that I really have enjoyed seeing play well this year is Cameron Kinney. He was a guy that completely fell out of the rotation last year, lost all his confidence, stuck with it, got his confidence back, and he, of all the guys you would have thought, he's their number 2 receiver. Who would have guessed that going into the year?
Well, now the Sooners get ready for Air Force, and it's many weapons. Stay tuned for further OU football coverage every day in the Oklahoman and here on News OK.
You can catch more highlights and hear from your favorite Sooner players online at newsok.com. In addition, you can listen to Coach Bob Stoops' weekly press conference online. He will talk about the team's performance on Saturday and their next opponent. Meanwhile, in Stillwater, the Cowboys took on Troy State and left the field with another one in the win column. But it was a narrow victory against Troy. The Oklahomans, Jenny Carlson and Brandon Chapman, talked about the Cowboys' performance.
I'm Jenny Carlson here with Brandon Chapman in Stillwater after Oklahoma State's 41-38 victory against Troy. We're going to talk about the miscues, we're going to talk about the defense, and we're going to talk a little bit about Brandon Weeden. But first, a message from the Oklahoman.
Football season's here. That's why you need the best coverage anywhere. Pick up the Oklahoman every day or subscribe for complete coverage. And each Sunday, we serve up a special post-game section. No one has better coverage of football in Oklahoma, so there's never been a better time to pick up the Oklahoman.
All right, Brandon, a 41-38 victory for Oklahoma State, but lots of miscues, fumbles, interceptions, penalties. What in the world was going on out there tonight?
I don't know. I was sitting out there watching. What is this, the Cotton Bowl again? I mean, there was all kinds of mistakes, all kinds of turnovers. But the thing about it is, it's a solid Troy team, and they did get the victory. So you can't be too hard on the Cowboys, but clearly there's a lot of work to be done at this point.
The offense not exactly clicking like they did last week against Washington State. Troy is a better team, though. But, Brandon, the thing that was a little bit odd to me was just how off Brandon Weeden seemed at times. He fumbled in the victory formation at the end of the game. Did you sense something different in him tonight?
Yeah, he just seemed a little bit off. He didn't seem quite as comfortable. He didn't seem quite as confident. I don't know how much his thumb played into that whole situation. But he just didn't quite seem like the Brandon Weeden we saw last week, which was kind of weird because, heading into this game, a lot of people were expecting him to do exactly what he did last week. But obviously, things aren't always going to turn out the way you expect them to. And like I said before, at the end of the day, they were able to pull out the win.
Part of the reason that they were able to pull out the win is because the defense came up with a huge play after that fumble that Weeden had. They come out and on the very next play cause another turnover, and Cowboys get the ball back. The defense really did play pretty well when they needed to tonight.
Oh, no doubt. The defense was huge tonight. In the last 16-22, I believe, they forced 4 turnovers, 4 fumbles. In Troy's last 5 possessions, they forced 4 fumbles. So that just goes to show you that when the game was on the line and when OSU really need the defense to step up, the Cowboys were able to do so.
All right. Thanks, Brandon. Hey, stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.
Up next for the Cowboys, they take on the Tulsa Hurricanes, the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes, in fact. You can hear what Coach Gundy has to say about the next opponent and more on the team's performance by watching the press conference online at newsok.com. Now, what would football in Oklahoma be without some serious tailgating? Well, we visit our friends at Iron Star Barbecue Norman to get some tasty tips and helpful hints on making your sports party a big success. That is coming up next. Plus, they hide in your closets, in boxes, and under your bed. But we have some hints on how to keep those pesky spiders out of your home. Next on News OK TV.
Hello, this is Mary. I can help you.
Hi, my grandma wants to know how to record my show.
Press the guide button on the remote.
Abuelita, toca el botón guide.
Now find your show on the screen and press record.
Ahora busca el programa en la
pantalla.
Working hard for every smile. Another reason why Cox is your friend in the digital age.
If you're like me, you meet yourself coming and going. I need a way to stay informed that works with my lifestyle. That's what I get with digital delivery of the Oklahoman. It's fast and easy to use. I get all the news from the print edition, plus access to the past 7 days whenever, wherever I want. You can't beat it.
Your newspaper has evolved. Log on to thedigitalOklahoman.com to try it for yourself.
When you're as busy as I am, it's hard to keep up. Digital delivery of the Oklahoman keeps things simple.
I look up to you for all the things you do. I hope to be like you someday soon.
Working hard for every smile. Another reason why Cox is your friend in the digital age.
Welcome back to News OK TV. I'm Dave Morris. Angie Bruss is off this week. As we mentioned earlier, our sports team was in Norman to catch last week's Sooners matchup, but food editor Dave Cathy also headed south on I-35. You see, the food dude stopped at Iron Star Barbecue in Norman to get some pointers on how to make your next tailgate a culinary success.
Hi, I'm Dave Cathy, the food dude, and I'm ready for some tailgating down in Norman. Couldn't think of a better place to get some ideas about it, but right here at the Iron Star with Luke Fry. Chef Luke, how's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good. We're ready for a great football season, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, off to a good start.
It was a good start. That first game was a little tough for a lot of the OU fans, but I think we're ready to get back in there and get ready to start tailgating again.
That's right, tailgating. It's time to tailgate. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of different ways you can do it.
Well, there are. There's the way you can just go about it yourself, get you a grill, and go out there and have some fun. But I'll tell you, we do it right here. And if you want us to take care of it, we absolutely can.
That's right.
We do our smoked turkey by the pound, we do our ribs by the slab, and we do our brisket by the pound. And they are all top notch and ready to go anytime you guys are.
The only thing that folks out there are missing is the smell in this place.
That's right.
It's great.
You can't pay for that kind of stuff.
You really can't. You really can't.
You know, you get us involved in a tailgating party. You don't just get the barbecue aspect. You get sides. You get fried okra. You get sweet iced tea. You get the whole 9 yards with us. If people do want to do it by themselves, they are more than welcome to. And I have a couple tips and tricks for people to do that with. I mean, the first thing you want to do, marinate your meats. Rub your meat, do whatever you need to do, but give it some time to take on some flavor.
Okay.
It's not a bad idea to just throw it on the grill and start cooking, but if you really want to give it some depth, marinating, rubbing before you start cooking.
Okay, well, tell me about for brisket, for instance. If I have a big old brisket, what kind of marinade would I consider for that?
I would just do a straight up rub.
Okay, just a rub on that.
You know, you could go a little Mexican and give it some nice chili powder and cumin, kind of some taco seasonings, or you could just straight up do a Cajun rub and just do some Zatarain's or something like that. We use kind of a blend. We do kind of a little sweeter. We do a little brown sugar. We do a black pepper, granulated garlic, smoked paprika. But the trick is to always just let it sit for overnight.
Okay.
And it just infuses that meat with that great flavor and gives a nice little crust on the outside as well.
Now, how long, say, what size does a brisket come in?
Brisket's about 5 pounds.
So how long am I going to cook this?
If you're doing one whole brisket, you want to go for about 12 hours.
Okay. And you're talking low and slow.
Low and slow.
250,
That's
220,
right. We do ours at 210, 190 to 210.
Okay.
We go overnight is the way we do it. We start it at night, and the next morning we come in, and it's ready to go.
That's awesome. And now that's about, what that does is you're not just boiling you're just letting it kind of sweat out all that flavor, right?
It allows all the fat in the meat to slowly melt and incorporate into all of it. And any of the fat that you don't want drips off, and all that fat just gets locked into it as well and just makes the meat juicy and delicious.
Yeah, that's perfect. Well, that sounds great. Now, what about ribs? Talk to me a little bit. A lot of people like to cook ribs.
Well, ribs don't take as long. And what I love about ribs is there's 100 different ways to go about it. I mean, you could start off by just grilling it and doing low and slow on the grill, maybe put a little wood chips in your grill as well. You could just use a traditional smoker. It takes about 2 hours for ribs, and I do a little higher of a temp, 220, 225 for ribs.
Same idea, though.
Same idea. Yeah. You can also braise ribs.
Okay.
You know, where you sear the rib. The way they do it at Republic up in the city is they cook it in beer, where they just simmer it for a long period of time in beer, glaze it, and cook it off in the oven.
That sounds fantastic.
That sounds great too.
Yeah,
right?
you mentioned Republic. You guys are all part of the Good Egg Dining Group.
That's right.
Now you've got the Pops truck. You guys are going to be out here this weekend as well, right?
Every game we'll have the Pops truck sitting right out there on Buchanan, serving up hamburgers and fresh, hot, tasty French fries.
That's right. That's the thing. It's a taco truck, a food truck that has a deep fryer.
That's right.
It's all cooked to order.
It's all ready to go.
And then, of course, the Pops. You got the top 10.
Oh, we've got some of the best soda pops that you're ever going to have. I know everybody's down here to have some beer and have a good time.
The kids are here.
But the kids are here, too, and you want to get them some good sodas. You just get them right over here to the Pops truck, and we'll take care of them.
Well, very good.
And the Food Dude will be on the lookout for the best tailgates in Norman and Stillwater for our Tailgate U competition. You can find that, plenty more information at newsok.com. So Dave Cathy let you know where to get your pregame party on. You and your friends could be finalists in the Bedlam Cook-Off. For more information, again, check out Dave Cathy's blog at newsok.com. All right, switching gears. It won't be long before the weather gets cooler, and that means animals and insects will be looking for shelter, and I'll just be grumpy. Meanwhile, these animals and insects may have an eye on your home. How you can keep nature outdoors, next on News OK TV.
Need to find a business on the go? Use WIMGO.com on your mobile phone to find the best local merchants wherever you are. Get the most out of Oklahoma. Log on to WIMGO.com. on your phone.
It's all on Wimgo.
Looking for something to do on the go? Use Wimgo.com on your mobile phone to find the best local events wherever you are. Get the most out of Oklahoma. Log on to Wimgo.com on your phone.
It's all on Wimgo. I look up to you for all the things you do. I hope to be like you someday soon. 'Cause I look
Working hard for every smile. Another reason why Cox is your friend in the digital age.
Now is a better time than ever to pick up the Oklahoman. Football season's here. That's why you need the best coverage anywhere. Pick up the Oklahoman every day or subscribe for complete coverage. And each Sunday, we serve up a special post-game section just for you. You want football? We cover football. And we cover it with the best reporters in the state.
John Rohde, Brandon Chapman here. 24-17 victory.
He's been proving people wrong his entire career.
Stay with the best coverage team anywhere.
No one has better coverage of football in Oklahoma, so there's never been a better time to pick up the Oklahoman. Welcome back to News OK TV. I'm Dave Morris. Well, looking for a new home can be an exciting time, but finding exactly what you're looking for can be difficult. That's why some house hunters decide to build their own home. We followed one family for several months as they worked to create their dream house.
Hey, it's Angie with News OK. If you have ever wondered what it's like to watch a home being built from day one to its completion, we're going to show you that in this video. Also, we're going to talk to the homeowners about their experience of building with Ideal Homes.
Yes, when we were looking for homes, I mentioned it to my sister that I wanted a brand new home that we were able to select everything. And we came across Ideal Homes and we fell in love. It's been amazing. This is the first time that we ever had a home built, and to see it from just flat nothing to this process, it's been amazing. Anytime we have any type of questions, they answered our questions, and anytime we wanted to come out to see the home, no problem. It's been amazing. We went to Ideal Homes they have a center where you go and select all your fixtures and everything. It's been great. They've been great. It's been exciting.
A fun part of building your home with Ideal Homes is coming to their beautiful design center. You can personalize your home from the inside out.
This is a one-stop shopping atmosphere. You don't have to feel like you're running all over town in order to find your selections. We make it very easy and convenient. We have all the selections here so that you can see them all together and choose them all in one stop.
My client decided to work with Ideal Homes because of the ease of the process. She was able to pick out a home site. They were very user-friendly, and she was able to choose a number of selections and kind of work and tweak what she was looking for. She is looking at some great tile selections, granite, some great colors. She asked so that she could make sure she was choosing things that on resaleability would be important, and I think she's made some great choices.
We have several things that the customers can choose from. We have a lot of wood floors that they can choose for their homes. They get really excited about that. The countertops in the kitchen, people are putting a lot of investment there. We have quartz countertops, we have solid surface, we have granite, and also laminate as well. The other things that we have several different plumbing packages that they can choose from. We have different families, so different styles along the way and different finishes that they can choose from. Several different fireplace choices, tons of brick selections and choices, because that's the first thing that people see on their home, and they get really excited about being able to pick that. In addition to that, cabinet choices, different types of woods and stains, and then bathrooms. We have several different selections when it comes to bathrooms on countertops and choices in there as well.
Oh, that's just something incredible. I mean, it's their home. They get to pick out the colors they want. They don't have somebody else's choices. They get to choose exactly what they want. I think it's really exciting, and to see something grow from the ground up and knowing that they were your choices.
We have never moved into a new home, so this is just different, and you pick the things that you like for your house. We had no problems. They answered our questions, Johnny on the spot. You know, this house, we wanted an extra, you know, a powder room. So, you know, we had went to other builders and they wanted to charge mega bucks just for this powder room. Ideal Homes said, no problem. It cost very little extra, just superb. We had some added features as far as energy wrap, and that's supposed to cut the, you know, the cost of, you know, your energy bill. Ideal Homes, they guarantee some of the energy costs, and if it goes over, we will get reimbursed, which that's a plus. That's a plus because other builders, you know, that's not the case. Just putting the walls, the electrical, you know, then the flooring. So we were able to come and see from start to finish. Taking pictures. It's a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath. Originally 2 bath, but we added up, you know, the powder room. 2 living areas, a family room and a living room. Separate dining room, nice sized kitchen, you know, you're not bumping into each other. Just, you know, a lot of room, a lot of cabinets. Wonderful. It's just a dream come true.
Okay, if you're looking for more information, we have plenty of tips for first-time home builders and buyers online in our special series called Welcome Home. You can learn about everything from finding the right builder to creating a backyard oasis. Well, there are a lot of responsibilities that go along with being a homeowner, and pest control is one of them. And this summer, exterminators have been flooded with calls. One creepy crawly is causing a major headache for Oklahomans. News OK's Tanner Harriet followed one exterminator and found out how to keep these pesky bugs outdoors.
I would have hoped that I could have found something other than, hi, I'm the bug guy, just doing kind of an inspection for bugs. This year, it seems we've had more calls this year due to the fact that we had a very wet spring and early summer, which produced a lot of different types of insects, which basically gave spiders a large menu to choose from, and with that, they reproduced quite a bit. You know, different spiders in Oklahoma would include the black widow, the brown recluse. We're getting a lot of calls on wolf spiders, house spiders. The black widow can cause death, but the brown recluse will leave a horrible scar. And so it's like the second on the list of most dangerous spiders. And they're very common in Oklahoma, and they're called brown recluse for a reason. They like to hide. So we have to look for them behind things, behind furniture, underneath furniture, boxes in the garage. They will hide in cardboard boxes. They'll hide around boxes. So storage areas, storage cabinets, a lot of times, you know, you'll start digging carefully. After the spring rains and the summer rains, we had a month of drought. Well, spiders, they need moisture, they need food. And if you have drought conditions, they're going to run for structure. Sometimes you'll see big, beautiful webs put out by the orb weavers. You know, they may be attached from a tree to a house or something like that, big webs. Whereas a black widow will have a smaller, more condensed web, very sporadic, webs going all different directions. And unfortunately, a lot of times we find them around garage doors, exterior doors. What we recommend is, of course, doing a good cleaning on your home. Moving your furniture, seeing if there's any webs, and if there are, vacuuming up those webs. If you find any eggs, vacuuming up those eggs. It's always a good practice to put weather stripping around your windows and doors and making sure that you have all your screens in place. Ways of keeping them out of your house, doing some maintenance in that order will help prevent a spider infestation.
Because of the large spider population this year, and isn't that something you like to hear, experts recommend shaking and brushing off winter clothes and blankets that have been stored away for the summer. Well, it's time for a commercial break, but when we return, we'll tell you how you can help dozens of charities and hundreds of Oklahomans.
Hello, this is Mary. I can help you.
Hi, my grandma wants to know how to record my show.
Press the guide button on the remote.
Abuelita, toca el botón guide.
Now find your show on the screen and press record.
Ahora busca el programa en la
pantalla.
Working hard for every smile. Another reason why Cox is your friend in the digital age.
Need movie times on the go? Use Wimgo.com on your mobile phone to get movie times for all the local theaters wherever you are. Get the most out of Oklahoma. Log on to Wimgo.com on your phone.
It's all on Wimgo. I look up to you for all the things you do. I hope to be like you someday soon. 'Cause I look
Working hard for every smile. Another reason why Cox is your friend in the digital age.
Looking for a great place to eat on the go? Use Wimgo.com on your mobile phone to find the best local restaurants wherever you are. Get the most out of Oklahoma. Log on to Wimgo.com on your phone.
It's all on Wimgo.
Thanks for staying with News OK TV. I'm Dave Morris. Here we come to the big finish. Here in Oklahoma, there are dozens of agencies that help the children, support education programs, and help families. So it can be difficult to choose when you're looking to support a charity. But there is a way you can help a number of agencies without having to pick and choose.
The need in the city, the need in our community in central Oklahoma has not reduced.
Well, today's our official public kickoff event for Oklahoma City's United Way campaign, for our whole central Oklahoma metro area, actually. And we are starting the campaign today. It's actually been running since January. We began the preparations for the campaign in January. We're going to announce the results of our Pacesetter campaign today, which are the companies that start first and begin the campaign. And now this is the public opening for the campaign.
$20.5 million. That is the campaign goal, ladies and gentlemen.
We have tons of volunteers that are here, but today we always have a celebrity chef contest where we have people from the media, from the business community, civic leaders, and folks from all around the metro area that come in, give their time. Jerry Askins was here earlier. We had the publisher, the Oklahoman, all sorts of dignitaries that come in to do this. So it's a great fun event, and we're getting ready to have some celebrities actually do a pancake flipping contest. So that should be fun. The Thunder Girls are here. It's a great morning. Well, the United Way supports 60 agencies in this community that help lift people up. They make them better, stronger, healthier, and make more productive communities. So it's the most efficient way that people can really give back to the community by giving to United Way, because those dollars stay here and they help 60 agencies provide services for all of us here in central Oklahoma.
All right, so that's all the time we have for this week. Again, News OK TV is on a new night and time, Tuesday evenings, 5:30 and 9 p.m. on the Cox channel and on demand. But you can watch all of these videos and plenty more online at newsok.com. We'll be back next week. Angie Bruss will be back next week with a fresh video lineup. It's going to be great. Have a great week, everyone.